Hey everyone, it's Rara, and welcome to the next episode of Satisfactory. In the last one, we set up these 10 refineries to start doing some oil stuff, as well as we brought this pipe all the way from over, basically on that side of the mountain to this side of the mountain. We didn't achieve like a whole lot, but I made space for the build, and I planned stuff out, and a lot of it was just like in my head, and I made progress that you can't see. So, you know, it's still progress of a sort, right? And anyways, we hooked up all the oil to these, and I didn't realize that, like, yeah, all we need is the oil, so we're already done with the initial input. So, like, this is like phase 1 of this project for oil just done already, which is pretty cool. But now all the buildings need power, and that's not gonna take too long, so I'll just speed this up really quick, and then they'll have power. Oh, and something that I like to do for refineries is the electric connection is right there on the front. So if you put like a little thing down, wherever you put it, it'll stem right from that little thing on its forehead. So with that in mind, what I try to do with refineries is rather than having one pole per like multiple things, I just do like one pole per refinery and just try to line it up so that the pole's like straight with it like that. And then I'll just connect this to the next pole. Oh, this lines up right in the middle too, so that's pretty easy to do. And then we just do like that. And we just continue this indefinitely for all the stuff that we need. What do you think? Does this kind of thing look clean for the refineries, or how do you do it? Let me know. I don't think that this little grid thing has always been here for like the center of the refineries, but this honestly makes it so much easier because I just had to do this by like feeling it out before. And that was not always the greatest of fun times for your boy. You know, back in my day, we didn't have so many world grid upgrades. Our world grid was way worse. Yeah, I like it. Maybe I could have gone like a little further back, given it a bit more room for me to output the items, but I could still make this work probably. I think I can do it. And we'll take this one on the end over here and connect this to the factories somehow. There's a power pole over there, right? Or, oh, down here. We could just bring this down to that part. No, we'll just, like, send it over here. Just to some out-of-the-way location. Oh, there's power poles over there that are all used up. Darn. Wait, we can still make that connection, though. Okay. That'll use that one up entirely, though. So what I'll do instead is we'll make, like, an in-the-middle pole right over here on the corner. And maybe like another one, just we need more poles. We need more poles. I am really considering starting to use the Mark II poles that we unlocked a couple episodes ago, or however long ago that was. I guess when we started using quick-wire stuff, and yeah, just for some quick-wire, we can get 3 more connections per pole, so I'll probably start using those. It also takes double the amount of concrete and rods though, so you go from using 1 of each to 2 of each. Whoa. Wild. Honestly, Mark II poles are dirt cheap, so it's a pretty simple upgrade to go for. It can be kind of annoying redoing the whole factory with Mark II, and eventually Mark III power poles, but honestly, when you rebuild your factory as many times as I do, you just kind of get used to it. You're like, oh, well, I can use the Mark IIs now since we're rebuilding everything. But anyways, yeah, now we've got power to these 10 machines, and they're all producing, was that 100 plastic and rubber per minute? But we need to get rid of the 150 heavy oil residue per minute, or else all of them are going to get clogged. But in order to do that, I need 200 plastics, so I'm just going to wait, and it seems like any moment in here. Basically, once one of these hits 40, they'll all have hit 40. So I just need to wait until it hits 40, and then collect the 40 from each, and then I'll have my 200. There we go, 40. 40. I'm just going to put this 4 back in. We don't need you. We don't need you right now. And yeah, let's go get ourselves some alternative fluid transport so that we can finish out the build. Insert it into the slot. Oh, this feels good. I haven't wanted an unlock as much as I wanted this one for a while now. Let's go, gamers. Bye, Ada.
Packaged to allow for transportation via vehicle and conveyor belts. Additionally, highly improved biofuel can now be produced.
Yay! So what she's saying there is that we can actually liquefy biofuel. As you can see, it says liquid biofuel can be used to generate power or packaged to be used as fuel for vehicles, which is pretty neat, honestly. But how are we going to do that? How are we going to make us some liquid biofuel? I didn't see that recipe, you know, in the refinery. At least I don't think. Oh, actually, you know what? Never mind. It is in the refinery. Once you unlock the ability to make it, You just need to throw in some, solid biofuel and water, and then you'll liquefy the biofuel. Although, I gotta say, liquid biofuel, I don't use this. I've never used this. I mean, it takes you having solid biofuel, so that means you have to go pick up stuff by hand? Really? What do you think I am, some kind of slave? You think I work for free over here? Nah. I work for $30 USD. But yeah, anyways, we're not using this. I can't supply solid biofuel forever, and honestly, 90 a minute is kind of a lot. If you somehow like picking up things by hand and you have a liquid biofuel factory running, you are beneath me, and please leave. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I? All my homies hate liquid biofuel. Fuck out of here with that shit. Anyways, little mini rant over. Yeah, you can make it and as well as package it. And with the packager, we can now make empty canisters, and we can also package regular fuel too, and make packaged oil, and packaged heavy oil residue, and packaged water. Don't ask why the water is different from all the other canisters and barrels. I don't know. I mean, I guess that this looks like a regular water gallon. And basically this whole thing for alternative fluid transport is just a way to store liquid. Package liquid, store it just raw into a fluid buffer, the huge one, the industrial size. So if we go into our organization tab, we can see, yeah, industrial fluid buffer can hold up to 2,400 M's cubed. Still don't know what that stands for of fluid. And as you can see, the original fluid buffer only holds 400, so this is 6 times more efficient. It's also like 6 times bigger. It takes up quite the amount of space, but you can stack them on top of each other and kind of daisy chain them along, just like how you can do with storage bins. So it's not that bad. Just set up like a good little circle, probably that much space or so, and stack them up high, and you can get a lot of liquid stored. Oh, you know what I didn't even account for is that each refinery costs 30 megawatts of power to run. That's a lot of power. Oh, hey, look, the thing just came back while I was talking. Nice. Love that for it. If we go over here, oh, I guess all the machines are shut down, but they should like double our regular consumption from 300 to 600, which isn't super cool considering that we just increased the capacity, but I guess this is the reason why, And also, we unlocked the packager, which I've been talking about for a little bit, but it says used for the packaging and unpackaging of fluids, as you could probably tell. Oh, and it also has a head lift of 10 meters. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. So basically, they just made it so that all the ones that have pipe connections in them get a free, 10-meter head lift. That's really nice of them. Thank you, Satisfactory devs. It costs 10 megawatts of power, so it's not really like a beast. It's a small little machine. He's pretty cute. But it does cost some rubber. And we are making rubber and plastic, so we can just grab some from each of the machines over here. Give me some rubber, thank you. And for now, we can just throw away the heavy oil residue, because somehow you can just, dump the liquid. We don't question how it works here, okay? We don't question things in general. But obviously, this sucks because you gotta walk up to the thing, do that, and we're lazy gamers here. We do not do this. We do not do things that make us go out of our way, okay? But yeah, now we have 1 stack of each for plastic and rubber, and that means we can start building packagers. Here's what it looks like in all of its glory. Yay! It's a pretty neat building that I honestly could use more of, but they only added this in update 5 or 6, something like that. And as you can see, it's got a lot of recipes, but it's nothing that you wouldn't expect, stuff that we already gone over, so I don't really have to explain. And all of these recipes pretty much is just you make the empty packages and then you add the liquid. So for packaged water, you just add water and the cartridges or whatever, the canisters. So for packaged water, you just take the canisters, add water. Oil is canisters oil, etc, etc, you get the point. And then if you want to unpackage it, those are also recipes. So you can take the packaged water and just put it back into the machine or into a different machine, and it'll give you back your water and your canisters. Same with all the rest, so pretty simple. But I guess what we want to know here is how do we make the canisters? Well, I think canisters are in constructors, if my memory serves. Yes, it does. The empty canisters are made using plastic. Okay, that's not so bad. I mean, we're making plastic, so that'll feed into itself, kind of. Alright, but that said, what are we going to do with all of our stuff? So how are we going to use up 100 plastic a minute, and 100 rubber a minute, and 150 heavy oil residue per minute? Well, let's figure it out. So we've got questions, and we need answers, so we're going to bring out a few machines, like a constructor, and an assembler, and a packager, and the refinery. And I'm gonna look through all these buildings real fast and just see what recipes require plastic and rubber. Well, in the constructor, the only recipe that requires either of the two is empty canisters with plastic, so we have one use for plastic so far, and it's to make canisters. In the assembler, the only recipe that requires either of the two is circuit boards requiring some plastic, so it seems like plastic really gets around while rubber doesn't do a whole lot. I don't think we really want to make circuit boards just yet, but now we totally can. In the packager, obviously all of these require canisters, so they'll be useful if we need any of these. And I mean, you know, the refinery has residual fuel, which will use up our heavy oil residue, as well as petroleum coke. And I guess that's kind of it for now. I mean, besides the fact that you need 10 rubber and plastic to make a packager, you don't have a lot of uses for these immediately, except for just like unlock new stuff. So like if you're going to gas mask, it takes, you know, 200 rubber, 100 plastic, and 50 fabric. We could get this right now, and that wouldn't be bad. But really, I don't think we're going to use the gas mask for a little bit, because then we'll have to automate gas filters, and that's not fun. It takes a little rubber and plastic to unlock this, but it's just 200. I mean, it's just like minuscule amounts of rubber and plastic here and there that will really not matter, since I'm making 100 per minute of each, and maybe that's a little overkill for this. I don't know, but it seems like it. All that I do know is that we can kind of go for pretty much anything here except for Logistics Mark IV. This is still eluding us. Ooh, we could even unlock the jetpack. Wild. Crazy. Well, I think there's one that's pretty obvious that we should go for, and it's industrial manufacturing, because this will allow us to make computers. And as you can tell, we need computers to get Logistics Mark IV to get our fabulous, beautiful, amazing fuel generators, as well as tier 4 conveyor belts, which transport up to 480 resources per minute, which is not like as big of a jump technically, because, you know, from 1 to 2, that's twice as much. From tiers 2 to 3, we go from 120 to 270, which is more than twice as much. And then from 3 to 4, we go from 270 to 480, which is less than twice as much, but still quite the upgrade. And honestly, tier 4 belts are pretty nice. I mean, 480 is just it's just a good even number. You can divide that into 240, which can be divided into 120, which can be divided into lines of 60, which is just, oh, it's so perfect. And then the 60s can become 30s, and I mean, you get the point. But it's really good numbers to work with, and I love Mark IV belts. So yeah, we're just gonna load this thing into the thing, and we're gonna unlock this too. So I'm gonna get all the materials we need and see you in a sec. Alright, and that's everything we need for industrial manufacturing. Yay!
Milestone reached. The manufacturer increases production complexity. A critical look at production line logistics and efficiency is recommended during integration. The truck allows for increased efficiency in transportation,
The truck?
automated or otherwise. New project parts enable progress to the next phase.
Well, I guess we just unlocked a truck that we're also not going to use. It looks like this. Pretty cool, pretty cool. We also unlocked the ability to make computers. Project part number 4, the modular engine. And project part number 5, the adaptive control unit. So with this, we don't really need any of the other tiers in order to unlock the last little bit and complete phase 3 to get tiers 7 and 8. But you know how we do in this Let's Play. I'm gonna get everything in tiers 5 and 6, you know, max out all the content that we can, show you each thing, and then we'll go for phase 3. But the biggest part about industrial manufacturing is that we now have access to the manufacturer machine, which is a whole new beast. So if we go into production, there it is. The big boy himself, the manufacturer. It is a pretty big freaking machine, but not so big. I mean, it still is dwarfed by the refinery. It's pretty wide though. It has 4 entrance holes. You can combine 4 different items to make one. And this is used for, you know, some pretty end game items. At the very least mid game. I mean, I don't know where do you consider end or mid or, you know, that kind of stuff, but yeah, some chunky boys for sure. It really depends on the item. Like building a computer, computers are easily mid-game items, right? Right? We can all agree computers are mid-game. But if you're building like, you know, a turbo engine, which, you know, when I started playing the game, that was like the modern end game. Yeah, that's a lot more advanced than a computer. But even turbo engines are kind of dwarfed by some of the later projects now. But anyways, we want the ability to make manufacturers, and how do we do that? We need some plastic, cable, heavy modular frames. It's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. And with this, we'll finally be able to make computers. And then with computers and heavy modular frames and other stuff that we also have automated, we'll finally get access to the coal generators. So it should be happening any episode now, either the next or the one after that. One of those episodes. It's gonna come soon. But yeah, I guess the plan here is that we should actually store both the plastic and the rubber on site, like kind of as the next step, and then pull from it as needed, as well as getting all the heavy oil residue out into a factory kind of somewhere else. We're gonna need more space. We're gonna need more space. For now though, let's just get kind of a decently sized thing ready to go. And if it's, every 5 machines is one item, then we can go in the middle of then we can do every third one like this. Because this will be the middle. All these 5 are plastic and all those 5 are rubber, so this third one is the middle for the plastic. Let's kind of line this up too. Like that. So that should be nice. And each one's making 20 for a total of 100, so we need to mark 2 belt at the very least to get this in here. But the thing is that when you have to pull a conveyor belt out of a refinery, as well as a pipe, then, we had to extend the pipe out here so that, any conveyor belt stuff didn't get in the way. But I totally forgot that we don't actually have to do that since this only requires oil, and I totally reworked all this just for no reason. But you know what? It's fine. It's okay. I'm totally mentally healthy. And we probably want the pipes to be ground level, so that means we should definitely use Mark 1 conveyor lifts to get these out to be not ground level. But then what? That is the question. Oh, this is kind of awkward, because then that would just run into the back of that, and we can't exactly do this. Wait, actually... Okay, this might be a little weird, but I think I have a plan. How would I get a merger up there? Oh goodness, I'm figuring it out. So I built a ramp and I connected 2 platforms to it, and I think if this works out the way I want, I can get a merger right in here. Oh, hold on. So close. My vision is coming true, folks. Yes, that is it. That is the way. Okay, then we just delete the platforms. Nice, floating merger. And then we mark 1 belt into the thing. Wait, what? Go into the thing. Oh, that's a splitter. Oh no. Okay, redo, but with an merger this time. I messed it up. Nice. Okay, we got this. Easy money. Oh, easy money. Yeah, bitch. Okay, and then now, I don't want the merger to just be floating there. But let's see if we can't maybe just do a stackable conveyor pole. Yeah, there we go. Stackable conveyor pole right into the thing. I mean, will the pipe be able to fit through that? Let me see. Oh, the pipe just barely doesn't touch. The build works. The build works and isn't spaghetti. But you might be wondering how this solves our issues, and I'll tell you in just a second. We could also have just done a few stackable conveyor poles, couldn't we? Yeah, that would have worked for the realism factor too, but I think the pole just works slightly better, maybe, since it's doesn't clip into it, or this looks more natural, I think. I don't know, either way, we wanted more space for the pipe, and I was thinking about that first and foremost, but we need to set this up the same thing on this side too, really quick. Okay, nice, love that. Mark 1 in, mark 1 in. Okay, and then I'm thinking we just kind of merge them in the middle here and then send it into the thing. So we'll mark 1 this up and out like that. Yes, out like that. And then we just combine them into a central merger right about here. Here, let me just, I'll just set up a few platforms. Let's get rid of this ramp. Go this way. And if this is the center of it all, right? Then we just want to do a merger right lined up with this in the center of that platform. Oh, okay, perfect. Yes. And then we mark 1 into here. That's a 20 line coming in. Then we have a 40 line that's going to come in there. And a 40 line there, so we can mark 1 all of these. So we exit with a mark 2 line. Alright, into the thing. Yes, sir. That's how it's going to work. And then we'll just add like a conveyor pole to this, and it'll be pretty neat. So all we need to do now is add some foundations out this way. We're going to be getting rid of all these, so we just take the 40 per minute belt, line it up with you. Yep. And since this is going to be a floating conveyor belt, we don't want those poles. Just get rid of that for aesthetic purposes. And then we just do the same thing on this side. Boop, boop. And then in we go. Delete the pole. Very simple. Nice. And that is that. Let's just delete all the foundations now. Okay. Yeah, we just got to add some conveyor poles and it'll look pretty clean, I think. Is that lined up well? No, one more back. You can right click to just, yeah, there you go. You can right click to unlock it in place so you can quickly just move it without needing to back out and then try to reposition it like by your eye, you know? It's a lot easier that way. Nice. Very, very well done myself. Oh, and there's still platforms, my bad. You know, I think, you know, given our space and what we were dealing with, that's not that bad. I'm proud of myself for thinking that up on the fly. As you can see though, not a lot of it's running, and it's because we don't have a way to get rid of the heavy oil residue yet, but we just need to set this up for now so that when we do, it'll all run the way we want it to. So I think we're just gonna set up the exact same thing for the rubber over here, and I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, and that's the exact same build, just done on the rubber side. So now we're ready to store. We just gotta get rid of the byproduct. And how are we gonna do that? Well, let's see. I mean, we know that there's only 2 recipes we could possibly use. I mean, I've gone over it a couple times already, but residual fuel, petroleum coke, this is kind of it for now. So rather than making residual fuel, I think we should do petroleum coke, because hear me out. If we do residual fuel, then what we'd have to do is we'd have to make all the fuel using the heavy oil residue, then we'd have to package the fuel and then awesome sink it. And that's more machines than I want to use, when we could just turn the heavy oil residue directly into petroleum coke and then awesome sink that. Which I feel like, I don't know, is like a lot easier, just like my opinion. However, we also run into an issue with this because the petroleum coke becomes 120 petroleum coke per minute using 40 heavy oil residue. And we have to dispose of 150 of the stuff, which means that we'll be getting close to 480 petroleum coke. More like 460-ish, roughly, but you get the point. And as you may know, we don't necessarily have the ability to move 480 of a thing. And the awesome sink only has 1 entrance hole, which means we'd actually have to use 2 awesome sinks for this build to work. But I think it might be worth. I don't know. I mean, the whole build, if we started to use 2 awesome sinks, would be like 360 power. No, I forget now because we're going to need the petroleum coke, so that means refineries, and we're going to need 4 of them so we can get rid of the heavier residue. We can underclock 1, but let's just say it's 30 times 4 and then 30 times 10, so we're looking at 420 just off of that, plus 2 awesome sinks. This whole build requires like 480 megawatts of power, which is a lot. But it only requires us until we fill up on things, I suppose. Although, I don't want the shit to run out. I mean, we'll always be disposing of the petroleum coke, so the awesome sinks will always be running, of course. I mean, they just do their own thing. So that's 60. And obviously, once we get the Mark IV belts and we're able to move 480 a minute, we can upgrade the setup by just, you know, only using 1 awesome sink. So the power does get a little bit better once we start making computers and get that, you know, the tier 4 logistics and all that, it'll be a lot nicer. For now though, temporary setup, we're gonna need to use a lot of power, and it's kind of unfortunate. So let's just set up the 4 refineries over here. I mean, we just need the heavy oil residue to make the petroleum coke, so we don't need any conveyor belts here. We're just working with pipes. So really, this doesn't have to be pretty. I think we can just kind of squeeze them in between these storage bins over here. Would that work, or is that too close to some stuff? I think this is a little bit close. Yeah, okay, let's move these 1 square further out. Why won't this place here? Is this like too close to the box? Did I fuck it? I mean, this one's only 1 square away from that box. And this one's like 1.5 squares, about as big as a refinery is. Game, are you telling me that I didn't make these boxes far enough apart for how I want to do this? Okay, what if I did 2 refineries in the middle and then 1 refinery on each side of these boxes? You know, really use up the space to the best of our ability here. And we want to go, what, yeah, that was two things out like that. Oh wait, that won't be exactly in the middle, will it? No. There's 2 things to the right. Yeah, I tried to get this perfectly in the middle, but I forgot they take up a little bit of space. What if we try to, like, offset it a little bit on purpose? Like that, maybe? No, because then that'll put that one perfectly on that square. Okay, up front, move over 1. Oh, that works. That works, actually. Nice. Oh, shit. I've fallen into the abyss. The hole between factories. Yeah, because that gives an equidistant amount of space between each of the boxes, so the whole build is, like, clean and even looking. Kind of covers up some of the stuff in the back, but, you know, it's fine. It's just part of the bigger build, you know? And the last 2 refineries are going to be on the other side. Kind of lined up like this. Perfectly in the middle of this line for each side. With about 1.5 squares of space between each of the boxes. Yeah, okay, build's ready to go. Alright, so these are ready to receive. We just gotta set them to petroleum coke, so I'll copy and paste these really quick. And now to pipe them in. Oh boy, fun times. Where are the pipes? I'm silly. So these 5 are going to be giving off 10 each for a total of 50. The other 5 are going to be doing 100. Either way, we have enough pipe space, the Mark 1 pipes, to move it all. And each of these is going to be needing 40 a minute, although actually one of them won't, because we're not making that much. So I think if we just take this down to 90 a minute, we should get our target rate. Yep, so at 75% clock speed, it'll only consume 30, and it'll give us 90, but that'll be good. Because 120 plus 30 is 150, and that's exactly how much we're making. Now, you could definitely argue for just leaving this one at 100%, and I think maybe we probably should. I don't know. I mean, as long as you're getting all of the heavy oil residue out of the factory, you should be fine. And if we ever have problems with this build in the future, I could literally just crank this one up. But I think that doing the exact number should be okay. If you're very anal about it, then sure, just leave it at 100. And the petroleum coke machine won't always run, but that's fine because we're just trying to get all of this stuff out of the factory. Okay, in order to get 30, we're going to need to combine the first 3 machines. So these 3 right here are all going to be connected by a pipeline junction cross right over here. Oh, these poles kind of make that a little bit awkward, but we can just move it out a little bit more and go this over here. We can meet up at the center of this square like that. Okay, and then we just want to pipe this one in straight ahead. Now we can see purple stuff in the pipes. Yay! And also gross. And we'll do the same thing for this side. Ooh. See, that actually gets kind of close to the thing. I guess it doesn't really matter. I wanted to get it in there. You know, okay, look, this is what we'll do, actually. We're gonna delete this, and we're gonna redo this a little bit. Can we fit this in, like, I think we can. Now, we'll try to just get it right on this line, maybe? This should work in theory, I just hope it looks good. Most of my builds should work in theory, I just am anal about how they look. Okay, so we go like that, and then like this. Yeah, it kind of keeps the boy trapped in there, but that's okay. That's okay. And then we take this one and do the same thing. How does that look, though? Is the thing touching? Oh, It is not, but you can't really see it anyways, since this is kind of a crowded and somewhat small build. I mean, obviously I'm using up a lot of space, but you know. This is my definition of small. And then since that's giving us our 30 per minute, we can just pipe this in using a Mark 1 pipe. There we go. And bring it to this machine. Does that work? I think that's good, right? Yeah, that's good. We just pipe it in like that. Yay! 30 in. And it's not gonna be like super perpendicular, like it's not gonna be exactly the same pipeline on this side too. It's all gonna be like nice 90-degree angles, but that one only needs 30, so we just did those 3 for that one. And these ones are going to require 40 each, so a little bit different. But at the very least, these give off 20, so we're only gonna need 2 for this one. And then 2 for the other 2 in the middle. So it shouldn't look too weird. So for this one on the end over here, we'll just put down a pipeline cross like this. And I think we did it just right on the line with the other one. So we'll try to keep up that same... I'll try to keep that the same throughout. If I can do this right, thank you. I need to put pipes. I need to put pipes on my hotkeys. Okay, we'll do them on 9. Just get rid of, you know, constructors. You don't need those there. Oh, that's awkward. That's not what we want. I guess this is the middle? Yeah, let's try this instead. See how that works. Yeah, okay, that works. I think... Oh, it's not exactly in the middle, no, is it? And there we go. Still not touching anything. It still all totally works. Oh, this is gonna be an awkward pipe, isn't it? Yeah, that's a little awkward. That's a little awkward. Okay, new plan. Like I said, not all the piping is going to be the same for each one of these. We're just going to make it work. For this side, what we will do is I will just put the cross line junction over here, right in front of this machine. Oh, that's a bit too close. That's a bit too close in the opposite direction. Fuck. Just like that. Then we'll do a pipe in from there, pipe in from here, and then we'll just wrap this pipe around so that we can get our nice 90-degree angle. Yeah, boy. Did I do it? Did I do the thing? I think I did the thing. Yeah, boy. 90-degree angles. Love that for us. That's 2 machines set up. They're just gonna need power in a second. And then this next one will what is happening here? Get out of here, Bean Boy. Go off, back, get. Anyways, this next 2 will also be making rubber, so that's to be 40 for this one right here. And now we'll find out how to make this work as well. Yeah, actually, that looks like I was right the first try. Let's freaking go, gamers. Oh, but then, oh, you know, actually, this will go around the thing. We'll be fine. Just need to get this pipe into that building. Like this. No, sir. That's not how we do things here. So we just build out like this, and oh, actually that is clipping. It just so happened that like the thick ring part, of course, would be right there. That's unfortunate. Okay, we fix. We do the other way, and we're just gonna bring it this way to meet up right here. Yeah, pipe that in like that, and then we just drag it out over here. Now you might think that we could drag this out from this side and just do like a straight 90-degree turn into the machine right there. But no, because then we'd actually be getting in the way of this exit hole, and then it would be harder to get into that machine. So we still want to use the front entrance here, whatever you consider to be the front with that. So what, like this? Is that good? That is good, baby. Okay, three of them are done. For the last one, however, we have one of the machines making rubber, so are going to get 20. And then the last 2 are making plastics, so 10 per, which is still going to be 40, but we just need 1 more machine. So kind of like the first one where we used 3 machines, we do the same thing here. However, if we tried to get them all to meet up exactly in the middle like we did before, well, here's the middle pipe here, and there's the where we need to go. Yeah, that pipe would be a little askew, and I wouldn't love that for us, so we need to do something slightly different. And we don't want to drag the pipe this way and then bring it around. It's kind of cluttered on this side. But we can drag all 3 over to this side, have it meet up here, and then bring it into the center one. It'd be kind of perpendicular to this a little bit. So yeah, that's the idea. We're going to get our junction cross over here. Like that. And we're going to exit via this side. So here we go. Mark one in there. This one goes in that side. And then the third one will go into like the front hole, I guess. How are we gonna make this work and not look weird? Let's see. Did I plan for that well? No. No, that's a little off, I think. Wait, no, actually? When I'm side hopping, I can see, no, that is good. That is good. Okay, so 40 coming into here, and we just take this and put it into that machine. So, can I get a 90-degree angle turn like that? No, I cannot. No, nope. Not like I can go back to, can I? No way that works. Alright. I mean, I guess. And then we'll just go over here and drag this, what's that? Can we just get rid of this, though? And then, like... I mean... Fuck. I think I fucked it. Yeah, does that... Oh my god, that's like a tiny little segment. 5. I mean, it works. It works, doesn't it? So, does it really matter? I mean, you can't even tell that it's 2 separate segments, can you? I wouldn't be able to tell just looking at any of the other pipes. Anyways, let's just wrap this up and get this in there. Oh, I need to get into this hole. And that should do it. We have every single machine here going in the way we want them to. Yep. It all looks good. I am happy. I am happy! But these don't have power yet, so they're not actually being made to use petroleum coke yet. So, we connect them to power once again. Hey you, no running in the factory! Hey! I think we should extend the floor out a little bit, although that might get somewhat awkward with the other part of the factory. I do need an easier time placing these power poles, though, just for like a second. Yeah, like that. And is that actually lined up with the other one? Would that be like on the line? Oh, it is on the line. Good, good. So just do like before, and we put the pole in front, and I think that's now good. Yeah, that exists between, yeah, okay. Cool, that exists between 4 of them, so it is perfectly down the middle. None of these power poles are like slightly off, which is cool. Oh wait, they're not actually connected to the power. Where is our power connection at? There's one over here. So we'll just go this way with this pole. And then connect this to the grid. Yay! And now we're producing the petroleum coke, and all we have to do now is dump the petroleum coke into some awesome shops. I mean, awesome sinks, you know, the ones. I'm tired, okay? This episode is long. They're all long. Am I doing this? Am I doing this? I guess I'm doing this. I'm just clipping foundations into each other. Cause it's just easier than like having the hole that I need to jump over every time. So I'm just gonna... Yeah. Oh gosh darn it. I should have just extended this. We're gonna rebuild it all later. It doesn't matter. So we've got this first one only taking 90. And we've got the second one taking 120. That'll be 210. We combine those into a merger, and then we dump them in an awesome shop somewhere. I guess we'll just put the awesome shops like over here, and they're gonna be a little slanted considering the whole, you know, slant of everything here. Oh, and I need some cables, but yeah, I guess that's just how we're gonna end the build. Alright, so we'll just set up a couple awesome sinks, put one I don't know, right there. And then one closer to this side, so like right over here. We'll hook them both up to some power. Yeah, I guess that'll work for those two, why not? Oh, I probably should have turned them around though. That would have been better. Yeah, let me just... Okay, now we'll hook this up to power. Like so. That's a little less good since it kind of clips into them, and at least that one. But, well, you know what? We can just take this and connect it to that. And now there's no more clipping with the wire. Yay. Oh, this is so jank. This is so jank. Okay, well, let's use a Mark II belt. And leave the machine. Hello, petroleum coke. Oh, how are we gonna connect these two and then get it across the thing? That's super weird. Yeah. Yeah, oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh god, I don't like this. Hello, petroleum coke once again. Okay, well, I guess we just do the do. And then we'll merge it right here, because I suppose this is the center. Yep. And we'll delete a few of the extra belts, since we know what we need now. Bring you over here. Like that, and then we just bring this into the awesome sink. This is super not awkward, I promise. Like that? Yeah, so the belts are straight, it just... Or maybe not. I don't know. This is the best I could do, damn it. Everything else behind that looks pretty good. Like, the whole build looks pretty good. Just getting rid of the waste doesn't look super great. It is what it is. We tried our best. And because all we need to do is get petroleum coke out of the factory, let's just dump all the extra so that it'll flow properly. There we go. Because we don't want those to back up. That would be not good. Okay, then let's just do the same for the other side, and then we can watch the plastic and rubber flow. Oh, what we should do on this side is just, set down the merger over here. On this side. God, this is super awkward looking. What? Oh my god. Oh, this sucks ass. I mean, we already built all this on this side. There's no fixing this. This is just like a permanent issue until I delete everything and redo it all. So, here. I'll put the merger right here. And it'll be facing this way. Oh god, it's gonna be like clipping into the pole too, isn't it? Darn it. Not one of my finer moments. Definitely not. Oh, but then this pole's in the way too. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh, this is our exit hole. Okay. Let's just set up the exit hole now. Screw it. Just go right into the thing. There's no making that look pretty. And then the final Mark II belt will go over here. And then turn into there. Yep, and then we just dump the excess, like I said. So we get the petroleum coke out and flowing properly. Nice! This video's an hour and 30 minutes long. Yay! But we did it, and that's what matters. That is what matters. We're now starting to get rubber being stored in the thing. And that's super dope. Oh, and you know, in order to get all this flowing properly, let's just get rid of all of the excess here. Let's just, I'm gonna dump all of the heavy oil residue that's built up over time by hand, so that the machines have a proper chance to dump it all first. Why is this not sending the, why is this not sending the rubber down the thing? What is happening here? Give me the rubber. What? Go what? Go. They go into the machine, but I don't get it. This one works. These don't want to work though, and I don't understand. Are they not connected properly? No, because they're bringing the rubber up, so that part of it works. Yeah, these parts work. Then it goes into the merger, and it just doesn't want to work. I don't get it. Conveyor belt enters merger. We have confirmed that this is what's happening. It enters merger, and it just doesn't come out. What? Is it because of like the weird setup? That shouldn't be the case. Wait, what is this? Why can't I still build this? Like, what is this? I can't build a conveyor belt on the other conveyor belts, or like, it's not saying that I can. But this little section is like kind of glitching out or something. Because there's already a Mark 1 belt there, so I shouldn't be able to do that unless I had a Mark 2 belt like this. But that's not the case. Yeah, this is weird. Is it the conveyor pole getting in the way? Let's delete the pole. Yeah, now it works. What if I try reattaching the conveyor pole after I got that to go through already? Yeah, it seems like attaching the conveyor pole after the fact doesn't change anything, but just the fact that it's in there kind of like messed it up to begin with. That's super weird. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to fix that on each of the things. Yeah, I can't explain it, but deleting the conveyor pole actually gets it to work. And then all we gotta do is just replace it. But that's like super weird because on this side I didn't even have to do that. This just works right out the gate. I can't explain why. But then like this one doesn't work and it's like, what's with the inconsistency? I don't know, but at least we know the issue. And now they're all being stored properly, and let's delete the excess stuff that's been building up. If there are any. Well, I guess there aren't because, well, there's a little bit. Yay, we're storing plastic and rubber finally in this semi-convoluted setup, and that's a feels good, man. Also dumping all the petroleum coke rather than making it into another thing, but we might in the future, I don't know. We have a lot of it though. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. I've been Rara, and thank you all very much for watching this episode of Satisfactory. And I'll see you in the next one where we do other non-oil related stuff, I guess, and maybe we'll start building computers. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, bye.